Hello and welcome to News Watching. I'm Dan Pisani.
And I'm Lorenzo and Dan. Notre Dame head coach Brian Kelly found himself in hot water following his team's overtime victory against Florida State. When asked about the Fighting Irish's late game performance, Kelly said, "I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight." After a quick backlash on social media, the head coach clarified his comment was a misunderstood joke, paying homage to the infamous head coach John McKay. Reports are Kelly is still complaining no one found his joke funny.
The NFL begins the 2021-2022 season tomorrow night in Tampa Bay. Super Bowl 55 MVP Tom Brady and the defending champion Buccaneers are at home against the Dallas Cowboys. The season opener is at 8:20 on NBC. The Bucs beat the Chiefs 31-9 in February to win their second Super Bowl in franchise history. The Cowboys went 6-10 last season and failed to make the playoffs.
Former NFL running back Clinton Portis has pleaded guilty in a nationwide healthcare fraud scheme. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, Portis admits to participating in a scheme to scam the league's retiree health care benefits plan. Approximately $2.5 million in false and fraudulent claims were paid out by the plan between June 2017 and April 2018. The two-time All-Star was among several former players to plead guilty and could face up to 10 years in prison. The NFL Player Association and the NFL agreed to updated COVID-19 safety protocols following negotiations. Under the new rules, vaccinated players will be tested weekly, opposed to the 14 days that they were being tested in training camp. However, NFLPA President and Brown Center J.C. Tretter wants all of the league on a daily testing schedule. On the Players Union's column, Tretter writes that testing every 14 days is ineffective and that there are significantly more incidents of transmissions inside the building this year than last year.
Concession workers for the San Francisco Giants at Oracle Park voted on Saturday to go on a strike. More than 95% of workers voted to strike, citing safety, healthcare, and hazard pay. Unite Here Local 2 represents 930 of the concession workers and stated on Twitter that at least 20 workers have been infected with COVID-19 since the stadium reopened. The Giants return home on Monday, September 13th against the Padres. Shifting to hockey here, the National Women's Hockey League announced it will now be called the Premier Hockey Federation for their upcoming season. The announcement was made on September 7th by the league's new commissioner, Tyler Tumania. The now PHF recently reached a deal with NBC Sports Network to broadcast their playoff semifinals and championship series, the Isobel Cup. This season will be the 7th in league history and will feature a 20-game schedule for each team over 19 weeks.
Gonzaga's men's basketball coach Mark Few is facing a driving under the influence charge. Few was pulled over in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho around 8 p.m. on Monday following a report of Few driving erratically and speeding. Police say the head coach exhibited several signs of intoxication and refused to complete a sobriety test. Few's blood alcohol content registered at 0.12, while the legal limit to drive is 0.08. He has since apologized for what he called a lapse of judgment.
Kentucky men's basketball coach John Calipari is urging everyone to get the COVID vaccine after contracting a breakthrough case of the virus. Calipari was unable to attend the NBA draft this summer due to a positive COVID test, despite being fully vaccinated. The Hall of Fame coach initially declined to disclose information about his infection out of fear of discouraging others to get vaccinated. Coach Calipari says the best way to ensure full capacity at home games is to be fully vaccinated.
Well, you know what they say, Dan. It's going to be phenomenal for this Kentucky team to finally get themselves vaccinated. For the first time in a while, these basketball players are going to be passing some tests.
And I don't want to underestimate them, but this may be the few tests that they can't have done for them. So I would have to agree with you there.
Well, that's what we would like to think. That's what we want to think, at least. Coming up after the break, we will discuss the preseason favorites to win the MVP in the NFL.
And we'll recap how both of New York's baseball teams did last night.
Don't go anywhere. News Watching will be right back.